We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go here on Monday night. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. First down, Minnesota. Tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Open man, the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Well, there's fast starts, Mike, and then there's this. It just seems like it's completion after completion, and now they find themselves in plus territory. Every team has their fringe red zone down to their red zone plan, and once you cross midfield, you got to be thinking 6, at the worst 3, but you're coming away with points.
To throw once more, here's McCarthy. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. This one caught by the back, out of the backfield. They get 14 on that hookup. 1st down, Minnesota.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and that will lead to a 2nd down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. On third and a yard, it's McCarthy. To the end zone, it's intercepted.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Here's Baker to begin with a pass. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one? They'll come up here, first and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You know what they say, Mike, is the best third down play in the NFL? Don't get to third down. Well, I'll tell you what, this has been a clinic so far here on their opening drive. 3 plays, 3 first downs, and now the question is, can they take advantage of this fast start and come away with some points?
Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. Second and 7.
Hey, alert 33.
To throw is Mayfield. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. That touchdown, #1 for him on the year. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. McCarthy now to throw on first and 10. Open man downfield. It's Hawkinson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Throwing here on first and 10 is McCarthy. That's to the left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. On first down, here's McCarthy. That is caught by the tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Minnesota.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
And he's got it at the 1. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's first and 10. Throwing is Baker. That'll be intercepted. Nothing better than a big man touchdown. The defensive lineman comes up with a pick 6. Celebration time for the guys up front.
Yeah, Mike, and you can always see which guys have a little running back in their pass, because this big guy, when he got his hands on the ball, he was not being stopped until he found himself in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. This one complete to Palmer. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we've played. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. Baker gonna give it to Irving. Woo. And he's gonna be taken down right at midfield.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
On first down is Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Hey, alert 33.
Brings up second and 7.
On second down, Baker. A dive and a catch. Incredible. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it, and not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's...
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Van Ginkel.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Cut 19, cut 19.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10, it's 1st and goal. A big play for Minnesota. The gain is 64. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That one taken in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Irving. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Alert, alert. Up, up.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Hey, alert 33.
They'll run with Irving. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
Alert, 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 alert. What's that?
Throwing is Mayfield. He'll check us down to the running back. They pick up 17 through the air. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
And he will score. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That is intercepted.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Run, run, run. What's up?
On first and 10, here's Baker. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout.
Pistol, pistol, pistol.
On the ground, it's Irvin. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5. To throw is Mayfield. To the goal line and in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs will even this score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. Going up top. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Play action now. It's McCarthy. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hawkinson. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. McCarthy going to look to throw again. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll send a tight end in motion. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
To the air once more is McCarthy. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. The Vikings looking for 3. Bring out the field goal unit. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. The kick is perfect. Right down the middle. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night as we toss it an hour or so east to Orlando, and Jonathan Coachman standing by for the EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Here comes a return from the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Going for it all. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. A give. This is Irving. And some good running there. That's a first down up to the 43. They'll go again here with Irving. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
King.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. There's Evans. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And this is taken in by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Second down and 8. Here's McCarthy. Quick throw, taken in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. On play action, here's McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
The Vikings looking for 3. Bring out the field goal unit. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's Irving. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Now McCarthy. He finds Jahan Dotson. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
He was looking for T.J. Hockenson on that one, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And it'll be a pickup of 3, so 3rd down, forthcoming. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
On second down, here's McCarthy. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That's Hassan Reddick getting in there to bring him down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is McCarthy. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up 4th down.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more Monday Night Football. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. On first down is Mayfield. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And it'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Mayfield. It's complete to Evans. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! What's up?
On 2nd down, Baker. Going right sideline and complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock. and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conserved. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here comes 3rd and 6. Now Mayfield. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And the Bucs are going to have it 1st and goal. They'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up 1st downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
We'll try to push forward, but only a yard, down to the 2. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Kamara. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. To throw is Mayfield. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and he's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Tampa. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bucs are going to open up the lead to 8. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. It's McCarthy. Open man downfield. It's Hawkinson. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Here's 2nd down. He completes this one to Mallory. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
They'll run. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. They'll keep it on the ground. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Here is 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only